15 Beautiful country to visit in the Asia. 15. Japan. It is an East Asian island country. Its capital is Tokyo. Summers are hot and humid, while winters are chilly, with heavy snow on the Sea of Japan side and in mountainous places. Mount Fuji is one of the most stunning views in Japan, the country of geishas and tea. When flying into or out of Narita International Airport, the scenery is spectacular. Of course, hiking to the summit of Fuji will provide spectacular vistas. Spring is a particularly lovely season to visit this island country, when millions of cherry blossoms bloom. Mountains, lush green farmlands, and historic temples all add to Japan's attractiveness, where technology is highly regarded. 14. Russia. Nation spanning a large portion of Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. Its capital is Moscow. Its climate spans from steppes in the south to humid continental throughout much of European Russia, subarctic in Siberia, and tundra in the far north. It is a huge country that reaches from Eastern Europe to the Bering Sea via Siberia. This rugged country has a raw, rustic beauty, from huge city to charming rural settlements. Russia is much more than Red Square. The county is home to lush woods, towering mountains, breathtaking red rock formations, and rolling farmlands. From Lake Baikal and the Sakhalin Peninsula in the east to the long curled sand dunes along the Baltic Sea, and the stone sculptures on the Manpupuna Plateau in the west, you'll want to see it all. 13. Jordan. A nation in northwest Arabia in Southwest Asia. Its capital is Amman. Its climate varies from more Mediterranean to desert, however the country is typically fairly dry. Winter temperatures in the southern and northern highlands vary from 9 to 13 degrees Celsius, while temperatures in the deserts range from 19 to 22 degrees Celsius. Jordan, a safe haven in a war zone, has enchanted travelers for decades with its historic ruins, welcoming communities, and magnificent desert scenery. The numerous ancient sites vary from key biblical sites to the famed Petra with its rock-carved structures. A twilight ride across Wadi Rum reveals why Lawrence of Arabia was captivated to this country of aged sandstone and reddish dunes. 12. India. A country full with unforgettable memories. Its capital is New Delhi. The nation has a tropical climate, with much of the interior experiencing a mix of rainy and dry tropical weather. The northern regions have a humid tropical environment, whereas the western coast has wet tropical zones. Beautiful jungles. Huge coffee plantations. In the moonlight, the Taj Mahal. A lake with a high salinity. Women wore beautifully wrapped saris. All of these vistas, and many more, add to India's beauty. This Asian country is heavily inhabited and many of its inhabitants are impoverished, yet it is rich in natural beauty. It is a country rich in culture and heritage, with gorgeous national parks teeming with magnificent creatures such as the sleek Bengal tiger. 11. Georgia. Continents and civilizations collide. Its capital is Atlanta. The climate of Georgia's western region is subtropical, whereas the eastern region has a dry temperate continental climate. Georgia has an annual precipitation range of 400 to 4,500 millimeters. Georgia receives a lot of heat from the sun because of its relatively low latitude and moderate cloudiness. 10. Thailand. Beach lovers' paradise. Its capital is Bangkok. It has tropical climate that influences by seasonal monsoon winds. It is Southeast Asia's most visited country for good reason. Thick jungle, crystal blue waterways, magnificent islands, interesting ruins, and exotic towns may all be found here. Many visitors to Thailand prolong their stay much beyond their original intentions, while others never find a reason to leave. 9. Indonesia. The land of hundreds of volcanoes and islands. Its capital is Jakarta. Its climate is largely hot plus humid ranging from 22.8 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. With over 17,000 islands that make up the country, finding a few gorgeous beaches in Indonesia should be a breeze. There are seas and mountains almost wherever you turn. Top picturesque spots include fishing villages, the Dieng Plateau in central Java with its multicolored lake and Hindu temples, Lake Maninjau in West Sumatra with breathtaking vistas on a twisting curving road, and Komodo Island, home to the prehistoric Komodo dragon. Don't forget Bali, with its famed rice terraces and beautiful beaches. 8. Malasiya. Country divided into two sections. Its capital is Kuala Lumpur. It has also tropical climate. Its annual temperature is 25.4 degrees Celsius. It boasts stunning beauty inside its boundaries, therefore if time is limited, choose your destination wisely. If you enjoy stunning beaches, visit the archipelago's Langkawi. It has fine sand beaches and crystal clear water, and it is adjacent to tropical jungles with vibrant vegetation. If you wish to visit historic structures, go to a Formosa, a centuries-old fortification near Malacca. If you're looking for lush hills and mountains, travel to the Cameron Highlands, which is known for its vast tea plantations. 7. Oman. The most gorgeous country on the Arabian Peninsula. Its capital is Muscat. Its climate is subtropical and arid, with summer monsoons and hot, dusty breezes. The average yearly temperature in the north is from 10 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius, while in the south it ranges from 16 degrees Celsius to 18 degrees Celsius. The annual average rainfall in the north is from 150 millimeters to 300 millimeters, while in the south it ranges from 50 millimeters to 150 millimeters. Oman is regarded as one of the Arabian Peninsula's most beautiful countries. The Sultanate of Oman, as the country's formal name suggests, is located near the mouth of the Persian Gulf. Therefore the views are spectacular. Turn around to view mountains in the distant and desert in the middle. Oman is a gorgeous destination to visit, with picturesque fishing villages, historic towns, white mosques gleaming in the sun, and plenty of green. Friendly people and wonderful cuisine also add to this Arab country's unity. 6. Vietnam. From the south to the north. Its capital is Hanoi. It has both temperate climate zone and tropical climate zone. Not everything wonderful can be found above ground. Beautiful vistas may be discovered underground in Vietnam, such as Sun Dong Cave, the world's biggest cave. Other caverns have forests and lakes. Take a journey up the Mekong River to view gorgeous rice bowls and floating marketplaces, which fascinate Westerners but are all too prevalent in Vietnam. Stunning vistas await you wherever you go in Vietnam, and they are even more magnificent after sunset. Vietnamese cuisine is also stunning, from street food to prickly fruits like durian. 5. Philippines. The land of 7,000 islands. Its capital is Manila. The Philippines have a tropical and marine climate. It has a pretty high temperature, high humidity, and a lot of rain. It is comparable to the climate of Central American countries in many ways. The Philippines features some of the world's most gorgeous beaches. There are 7,101 islands in the nation, so there are plenty of beaches to explore. When the horizon is loaded with beautiful hues and fishing boats are silhouetted in the foreground, sunset is a great time to visit the beaches. Moving north, you'll come across rice terraces that cover the hillsides with lush greenery. If you visit Bohol, you should see the chocolate hills, which are said to have created when giants tossed stones at each other. 4. Iran. Mountains, deserts, and mosques abound in this country. Its capital is Tehran. Except for the northern coastal districts and sections of western Iran, the country's climate is primarily dry and semi-arid. The climate is fairly continental, with hot and dry summers and very cold winters, especially in the interior parts. Iran is re-emerging as a tourist destination, thanks in part to the stunning scenery. Iran boasts numerous exquisite mosques and old palaces, yet the country's natural beauty may well overshadow these majestic structures. Badabi Surt, a natural hot springs in northern Iran, is one lovely location. Iran also features numerous lovely formal gardens, such as the Old Iram Gardens in Shiraz, which contains a lovely reflecting pool. Don't forget the Maranjab Desert, where sunsets redefine the term amazing. 3. China. The world's most populated country. Its capital is Beijing. Its yearly cycle masks significant geographical variance. Southern China has a tropical climate, with high temperatures and abundant rains, especially during the summer, May-September, but southwestern China's hilly areas have more temperate temperatures. China is a large Asian country endowed with breathtaking splendor from coast to coast. The county is one enormous beautiful place, from the northeast, where the Great Wall snakes across the mountain summits encircling Beijing, to the colorfully landscaped rice terraces and attractive minority communities of Yunnan province. You may also get your dose by traveling the Li River, which is lined with karst formations, the Yangtze via the Three Gorges, or the fairy paradise of Jizhalgu in Sichuan, 2, Bhutan. It comprises impassable parts of the Himalayas. Its capital is Thimphu. Its climate varies due to massive elevation changes. The Duars Plain is hot and humid, the Lesser Himalaya region is frequently milder, and the Greater Himalayas are closer to alpine tundra. What country wouldn't be magnificent if it was surrounded by mountains like the Himalayas, which encircle Bhutan? The architecture is out of this world, with incredible design structures clinging to mountain slopes. Paro Valley, with its red-roofed temples, is a must-see. You may take a 2-hour trip from Paro to Kalala Pass, where you can witness grazing yaks in the field. Alternatively, you may travel to Chakra Valley, sometimes known as the Little Switzerland of Asia, stopping at pilgrimage sites along the way. 1. Nepal. The country possesses the world's tallest mountains. Its capital is Kathmandu. Its climate is essentially temperate, however there are a few sultry months with high humidity and temperatures. Several months of the year, temperatures consistently exceed 25 degrees Celsius, occasionally reaching 29 degrees. The central region of the nation is the hottest and wettest. When it comes to the mountainous country of Nepal, considered one of the most gorgeous on the planet, beauty comes in numerous forms. Colorful prayer flags flapping in the breeze are only one of the amazing views to be found here. Because it is located in the Himalayas, Nepal features spectacular mountain beauty, from snow-capped peaks to valleys below. Bring your hiking boots so you can get up and personal with nature, from the breathtaking waterfalls to the biodiversity-rich woodlands.